Hello and welcome back, guys, to another Timeless video. To my pleasant surprise, I guess, or not surprise, who knows. Yeah, you guys enjoyed that last video. It was the best performing video out of the last 10 videos I did. Lots of people clicked on it, not like by a huge margin. I didn't go viral or anything, as you can tell. In any case, you guys like Timeless. I love Timeless, so I'm excited to continue this path. I have a lot of deck ideas. I want to try a lot of things I want to put out there, and I can't wait to just throw decks together and play with them and try stuff and figure out this format. You know what's super interesting too? I have the Arena Championship coming up in like 2 months, 3 months maybe. The date is unfortunately not out yet. And what I've been thinking is that the Arena Championship, where they always play like either Alchemy or Historic or Explorer, and they did also do Standard, which is a regular format and, you know, normal paper Magic. But that might be a really good time to introduce Timeless, no pun intended. Yeah, so maybe I'm even going to play a high-level tournament in this format. So all this playing and experience I do with the format will even help there. But that is just, you know, a thought that came across my mind. In any case, yesterday I tried this 4-color pile, like super greedy, crazy stuff, crazy mana base. Of course, Deathrite Shaman helps with mana bases, making any color of mana. But yeah, it was pretty greedy. And I kind of figured out that it was a bit too much. And there's so many good cards in this format. You can easily, you could easily play a 2-color deck. Or, you know, but like with fetch lands and all that, of course, you kind of want to go 3 colors and then really get all the good stuff. And this deck here in front of me, I think sort of does what I wanted the deck yesterday to do. It's just much more efficient. As you can tell, we play a bazillion 1-drops, even 0-drops here, and then a couple 2-drops and Lurrus to top it all off. I mean, looking at this and remembering how the games went yesterday, I just feel like this deck is incredibly good. Maybe I'm putting too much out, but like, just look at this thing. I mean, we have Brainstorm with fetch lands and Dragon Rage Chandler. Dragon Rage Chandler and Brainstorm is a very nice combination. We have Dragon Rage Chandler, Mishra's Bauble. We have Death's Shadow. We have Lurrus, Mishra's Bauble. Like, this is just so messed up. We have Iteration. We have Thoughtseize, the best cheap removal. We even have Croxa. We have Drown in the Loch, a nice flexible card, counterspell. And then we have Orcish Bowmasters to top it all off. This deck is just packed with the best of the best. You know, yesterday I was complaining about all the shark lands dealing me so much damage. I was at 10 life, like with this 4-color deck. Well, how can we abuse the fact that we don't have you know, Tundra and Underground Sea in this format? Yeah, well, we just play a card that gets better the more damage we have dealt to each other, to ourselves. So yeah, playing some Death's Shadow here. And this is it. We're gonna shock ourselves to death. Elf. That's German for 11. 11 fetch lands, as you can tell here, and then a bunch of shark lands as well. Yeah, this deck is... I'm super excited to play this. Not super sure about the removal split. You know, I think with a split you can't go that wrong. I went 3, 2, and 1 here. Unholy Heat is so good in this deck because you have Bauble and Channeler. You will be super easily having this online very quickly, and then so it's much better than it was in the 4-color deck, and I think it might just be the best 1-mana removal because it does deal with the Planeswalkers, but I guess it's so difficult to tell really. But I think that and Swords to Plowshares, probably, like those two are definitely up there. Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt. I mean, Fatal Push cleanly killed the Goyf on turn 2, which is annoying, for example, and Bolts, I don't know, it's the most questionable. I could see going lower on this one. It deals ourselves damage, which we can do in combat. Like when they block with something and they try to kill the shadow, we can bolt ourselves, make the shadow 3/3 essentially. And then we are an aggressive deck after all, so we want to deal damage. So a bolt to the face could finish the job. Yeah, that's pretty much the main deck. Not much to say there. I'm playing 1 swamp. It's pretty common that these GRIXIS Shadow lists play 1 swamp. Helps a little bit against Blood Moon. I mean, if they Blood Moon you, and you still have a good chunk of your deck you can cast, including the Lurrus. No, Lurrus actually not, because you need 2 swamps for that. But as you can tell, you can cast a good chunk of your deck. And also just having Bloodstained Mire and Polluted Delta be able to fetch a non-pain land at some points in close racing situations is kind of, that's going to come up, right? And there the Swamp is nice to have. All right, sideboard. Again, like this format is very early, so it's hard to tell how to build a sideboard exactly. I kind of took a look at Lurrus GRIXIS Shadow modern decklist from 2 years ago when that was still legal. Since then, both Bauble, Lurrus, and Expressive Iteration actually have been banned. But this deck looks very close to that modern GRIXIS shell. Of course, Brainstorm never was legal there. But yeah, overall, it looks pretty close to that. Yeah, so I did that. I added Spell Pierce. I think it's a very nice card against non-creature decks, of course. Stern Scolding, Tormod Crypt is nice with Lurrus. Pithing Needle against, of course, Planeswalkers and all that. Molten Collapse just seems like a nice, flexible card that comes in against bigger creatures, Planeswalkers, what have you. Kolaghan's Command against artifact and creature decks. Demonic Tutor I put on the sideboard, trying that because I'm adding, perhaps in some matchups, various sideboard cards that I then have 2 copies of. Like, so I don't need to play 2 Pithing Needle. I can play a Demonic Tutor and 1 Pithing Needle, and I have 2 copies of Pithing Needle all of a sudden, and the same goes with Tormod's Crypt and other sideboard cards like Kolaghan's Command and, you know, whatever you are looking to do. I don't know if it's a smart idea to do that, but I'm just going to try it. Journal Log number 4 and Orcish Bowmasters number 4. I think both cards are excellent. And I just wanted to have... Honestly, it's a bit of a lazy move. I just filled out the sideboard with cards that I couldn't quite fit into the main deck, and here we are. And then 2 copies of Unlicensed Source. I did some thinking about the various graveyard exiling we have. And because there's a bunch of decks that are like somewhat reliant on the graveyard, via Deathrite Shaman, via Tarmogoyf, via Oro, via Lurrus, via maybe Treasure Cruise, but like aren't hardcore graveyard decks where let's specify like this. A hardcore graveyard deck, I would say, like that's really reliant on your Abs and Greasefang, for example. And there, something like a Tormod's Crypt might be better because it's cheaper, it's quicker. Than like an Unlicensed Hearse, right? Or, yeah. But I think in this format, where there's a bunch of decks that are sort of a little bit doing graveyard shenanigans, Hearse is the perfect answer for that. Because it is not only will it interrupt those, it will also be just, yeah, growing into a 6/6, an 8/8, and so on. And it seems perfect for this I'm doing a little graveyard shenanigan, but not too much kind of format that this is looking to be. All right, because you're not too embarrassed if your opponent doesn't even have any graveyard shenanigans, you can always play the Hearse and just start exiling stuff from the graveyard and just grow a vehicle. Yeah, I've said enough about it, but I just want to really hone that point down. And yeah, enough talking. Let's play some Magic. Let's see how this one plays out. All right, what do we have here? I think this is keepable because we do have Channeler into Bauble and can take some looks. Yeah. I mean, this deck is playing so many banned cards. It's ridiculous. And the downside of not having, you know, the easy lands is kind of mitigated by, yeah, by you dealing yourself damage. The easy lands. I'm meaning like the legacy duels. So you can just. All right, that stays definitely on top. And then what you want to do, you go to your opponent's upkeep, and then you bauble them in the upkeep. Take a look at the first draw they have, and so this way, if they have a discard spell on their turn, they won't get to see your Flooded Strand Atraxa. Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to playing against some combo deck. All right, cool. Another banned card in various formats. Atraxa. So how are you gonna put that into play? Wooded Foothills Island is... What's gonna happen here? Sneak attack is legal? Via the mystical... Via some sort of... Maybe it was in the Wild of the Drain stuff. Sneak attack, Atraxa. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think there's like a show and tell or anything like that. Okay. We're gonna draw that. Alright. So my channeler is already big, sort of big. I think I'm just gonna fatal push here and play another channeler. So I guess I want to play Channeler first to get more scries. But then I won't necessarily get to Delirium. I would need to hit. I could also Thoughtseize. Could also play Ragavan. But then it's even more difficult to Delirium. I would need to hit a sorcery or a creature in my top 2. It's somewhat doable to deal 2 more damage essentially. It's also quite good against Oko. Okay, oh, I gotta play like it's difficult to figure these things out, right? I gotta play a little faster. Let's go for Watery Grave, Fatal Push on you. So we get an instant, and now we need to hit sorcery. Oh, they have a Spell Pierce. All right. Yeah, I really want to hit, so. What do I think about a Brainstorm? It's not terrible, is it? Do I have time for that, though? That's the question, because my hand is kind of taxed. I guess I'm going like Thoughtseize Ragavan or Thoughtseize Unholy Heat this turn. But I kind of want to make land drops. This is tough. I'm not sure about that. You know, this is difficult magic, honestly. Like, there's so many little decisions, and you gotta plan this all out. This is... It's harder, it's more difficult, but it's also more rewarding. Like, you play Standard or Explorer, like turn 2, there's no decisions, right? Ooh, turn 2 and turn 3 on Once Upon a Time Hardcast? That is a sign of weakness. And a Paradise Druid. Maybe it's some sort of Transmogrify deck. That's what I'm reading out of what my opponent's been doing here. That's Thoughtseize. Some sort of Transmogrify, playing Hexproof Druids. Nope. So now they're free freeze. That's good. I mean, they would have become free freeze anyways. I think that's a keep. It's a pretty good magic card. Ah, it's Natural Order. Right. Okay. So I put him to 9, and then I kill this. Doesn't really stop them from natural ordering me. I think I just play Ragavan instead of like Unholy Heating a Halfling. Even if they go on natural order here, I can heat the attracts after it blocks, and then maybe I can win. Yeah, I mean, okay, so they block the Ragavan, takes 6. It's no lethal anyhow. What I could do, I could kill the Halfling. I could have done this in the upkeep, by the way. There's also something with the channelers. If you're looking for stuff and you have instants, you wanna do it in the upkeep. Kill their thing, and then maybe like find an untapped land, and then I could have Bowmastered their face after they don't block here, and then I basically give them 0 outs on winning this game, because if they block, they probably cannot win at all. Yeah, just talking for everything. Sorry for the slow roll here, opponent. But now I can't do that, so I guess I'll just attack. Whatever. Block with the Halfling, sure. Like, what I'm doing now is, if they have natural order next turn, I can heat my own creature. No. And then they won't gain the lifelink from Atraxa. They also might have something like Ataka. Is that even legal? Dragonlord Ataka? Probably not. Probably not, right? Dragons of Tarkir was never introduced. But yeah, there's obviously some other green creatures they could fetch. But Atraxa is best, I guess. Yeah. And I'm just gonna cast Expressive Iteration. I mean, the way you fill up your graveyard with this deck, I didn't mention this, but I certainly had Treasure Cruise in my mind when building this deck, and originally Treasure Cruise was in here. Maybe it just should be in here, it's just too broken. It's like, it's a bit of an anti-synergy with this, with the Channeler. with Unholy Heat and with Croxa. So it's like 4 cards and no, Drown Loch, no. But like it is an anti-synergy with a lot of cards. So that's why I didn't include it. But like when you fill up your graveyard this much, it seems like worth it. Maybe over like Bowmasters. Cut some Bowmasters. And play some cruises. I think Bowmaster is one of, interestingly enough, one of the weaker main deck cards we're playing. Anyways. Alright, so we're playing in small mana dorks and natural order. And Croxa is not where I want to be. Bowmaster is definitely not. Definitely not as maybe... not true. I mean, it seems just a little slow. Like, this is not what the game is about. I don't need to, like... I'd rather have a 1-drop that kills an elf. Pithing Needle cannot shut off mana abilities, no. So yeah, Stern Scolding maybe for the Paralyzed Druid on turn 2. And then Spell Pierce for sure. Drown a Loch. Just counter spells. I think this is the type of matchup I'm pretty happy to face. Stern Scolding. There's just a Paralyzed Druid. I mean, yeah, I can't kill it, which is somewhat annoying. But I have a bunch of counter spells. Shadow, Channeler. This deck is so broken. Okay. Maybe cut a Ragavan? Maybe maybe an iteration with Scolding. Demonic Tutor, like this seems to be a very fast matchup, and that's what combo decks are like, right? Like combo decks in this format have to be super fast. Alright, what do we have? We don't really have... We have Creature Interruption a little bit. Alright. I think it's fine. You're gonna keep a lot of one-landers with like Bauble and stuff. Copperline, Gorge, Death Red Shaman, okay. Okay. So... What I could have done is I could have Baubled myself here. See if I find something that I want. Then I crack it, draw, and then in the upkeep I kill this thing. And I'm probably still gonna do that because why not? I don't really have a channel I'm waiting to do anything with. So I'm gonna take a look at my own library. If I see something I like, I don't like that. I don't think I want to draw that. I'm gonna just kill this now, essentially. That's the point here. Do I want to, I guess, just use Flooded Strand? Well, maybe that was wrong. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have just gotten a Blood Crypt. And in any case, now I'm kind of forced into fatal pushing, which is fine. Like, I think Heat might just be better anyways, but yeah. Steam Vents doesn't look that good in this deck. Maybe you run only one Steam Vents. But then Flooded Strand is a bit... Like, it doesn't fetch Blood Crypt or Swamp. There's the Druid. Okay, Shadow, we can get into play here as a 1/1. Let's see what's up, right? Because now is the natural order turn. So we don't want to get killed. Okay, they have Wordspine, Worm, and Sneak Attack. Okay, well, I'm taking Sneak Attack. Without a doubt. And now a top deck mode for them. And I'm gonna play a Blood Crypt, and then the question is Shadow or Ragavan. Sort of depends on the clock here. So I don't have a, but I have Brainstorm, so I can fetch, find maybe another fetch than this 4/4. I think I want to get Ragavan down though, because I kind of like getting treasures in this spot. Not trying to deal them like 2 more damage or whatever. Polluted Delta, crack, okay. So it's a sneak attack natural order deck, makes sense. Yeah. Nah, you found something? They had 1 draw. I mean, the odds are definitely not in their favor to find something here, but well, if they get a Wordspine Worm, I'm pretty dead. They didn't get a Wordspine Worm. They have Oko in the deck as well. And Veil of Summer makes sense. Veil of Summer's pretty good against my deck. Alright. No. One top deck. I mean, that's how you lose sometimes. There's the counter spell. They had one turn to get out of the situation, and they did pretty well. So now they have Veil of Summer and Sneak Attack and Oko. So Oko I can deal with. Sneak Attack less so. I need to get rid of this Veil of Summer. Well, let's attack first, see what they do. It's pretty good that they block. Is it actually good that they block? No. I just have to hope. I don't even know. Nah, this game is rough. Maybe I needed to brainstorm here. I could bluff. Could bluff a counter. That's the point that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna bluff like a spell pierce or stop an denial. I could have brainstormed and like found a black land and a Thoughtseize or something. Yeah. I figured they would be doing that because it's kind of risky to just slam Sneak Attack there. And because I'm kind of tight on mana, I'm gonna use Brainstorm, even though it's not the best value Brainstorm, but it's just I need shit. Okay, interesting. That's pretty decent. I can't shuffle. So what I can do is I can Thoughtseize, and then a Veil, and then I Spell Pierce the Veil. Yeah. And then I just need to beat an Oko. Just. Okay, I can't really, like, it doesn't really matter too much how I do this. I can't shuffle anyways. Let's tap this. Let's Thoughtseize you. This game would have been easy peasy if they wouldn't have ripped the natural order, obviously. Again, it's okay. We lose one. I think this matchup's really good for my deck. Like, this is the type of matchup where, especially post-board with all the spell pierce and stuff, you're in a quite good position. Alright, so spell pierce, not too bad from them. Again, I kind of want to do it in the upkeep, because why not? No reason not to. It's just, I mean, they're not playing this card likely, but I guess they're playing black, so they could have a Thoughtseize. Could take the shadow away. I want to have the shadow become a bit bigger, because I don't want it to be stolen. But now I make it a 6/6 actually. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really good for me. That's awesome. Oh wow, what? Oh, they drew natural order. And this makes actually green elks. Funny. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take a look at these 10 cards and then concede. Alright, they're pretty good at top decking stuff, that's for sure. Alright, cool. Yeah, Veil of Summer is an issue, that's for sure. But besides that, I feel pretty comfortable here. Pithing Needle on Sneak Attack is a must-have, that's for sure. And that makes me think I want Demonic Tutor, maybe? Such a weird... you have to scroll down, because you only have 1-drops. Oh, funny. So they probably play 4, they play 4 Halfling, 4 Deathrite, 4 Paradise. So I do want all the removal. Drowned Loch looks pretty good. It's kind of bad against, what's it called? It's kind of bad against Veil of Summer, but yeah, that's just Veil of Summer is a bit of a card that wrecks me. I think I'm just gonna trim on the iterations. Maybe Brainstorm? Jesus, I don't know. Cutting Brainstorm just seems egregious though. No, I can't do that. Cutting iteration seems also egregious, but I really want to keep everything else. I want to keep my creatures. Maybe Shadow, actually. Yeah, because Shadow's a bit slower. Right? It needs some setup time. Alright, I'll leave. I'll cut to iteration. I'm gonna play. On the play, it's a bit easier to resolve an iteration. They don't really have, no. Okay, let's try this. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I think Shadow is actually a smart cut. I just need one creature on turn one of the two red guys. Alright. I don't like this. I don't like it. Sort of playing control really runs into Veil of Summer. Can push their first play, then they fetch, and then I can counter something. Spell Pierce, I mean. It does things, but it doesn't have any proactive element. I mean, after all, I am kind of the control player in this matchup. But Veil of Summer could really wreck me if I'm not careful. I do have Spell Pierce and Drown, so turn 3 onwards, I can like Veil, counter the Veil. Maybe. This is an interesting hand, I'm not sure. I kind of don't like it. Just not having any pressure, it's just, ugh. Okay. Funny. This is worse. I think this is worse. Clearly. It is worse, clearly. Why? Because my opponent is very good at top decking, as they proved to us. But I'm not going to go to 5, fortunately. Cutting the Death Shadow, I mean, I only have 10 threats, I guess. Yeah. Tough luck. And I really... That last game was a bit of a downer. The natural order right away off the top. Once upon a time. Yup. Pretty good. I kind of like that they're going for Uro. It's an alternative game plan that I cannot beat. I don't have any graveyard exiling. This puts a clock on me. Minsk and Boo also not too bad. I like this deck. This deck looks cool actually. It's a combo deck, very powerful, but it also plays Brainstorm, which helps put like Wolfsbane Worm and attracts it back into your library. And it also can play Minsk and Boo and Oko. Just super powerful plays on its own with the mana dogs. I have the answer to this. I'm thinking about Brainstorm. I think Brainstorm's the pick here. Just like they have 2 Breeding Pool. Hope that they stumble a bit. Hope that I draw Ragavan here. Or, I don't know, anything. Dragon Rage Channel. Just Thoughtseize again. Oko. Yeah, probably gonna take a that. I mean, Unholy Heat is not online anytime soon. Yeah. No, just hoping that they miss some land drops. This is actually wrong, isn't it? Yeah. I was thinking I want to thin my deck a little bit and just deal myself the most damage I can. But I do have Brainstorm in my deck, so I want to keep fetch lands around. Okay, yeah, that's likely a good one, especially if they find a fetch land. Yeah, my opponent's deck looks nice. I like it. This is the type of combo deck. I mean, this seems it's definitely beatable, for sure. But it is like a nice combination of threats and consistency, and plays Deathrite Shaman just randomly, and it's good in the deck. Kind of cool. Natural Order is what's up, huh? So Natural Order gets stopped by Cage, right? You can just play Cage in your sideboard. Cage doesn't stop Sneak Attack though, so they have that avenue around that, and they can always just kill you with Oko, Uro, or Minsk and Boo. Yeah, so Spell Pierce gets kind of dealt with by Veil of Summer. It just has a lot of cards that are problematic for these. Like, if you're trying to disrupt it. No fetch land, at least. That's good for me. Drawn a Loch. They have 5 cards in the grave. If I had a Mishra's Bauble here, I would slam this. So if they play Minsk and Boo, I make a 4/4. No, not good for me. Just gonna chill. Actually, this also may be a mistake. They're a bit fast there. Like, might want to shock myself, actually. Looks like they have an instant. It doesn't look like it's... Yeah, they're just gonna go for Uro here, likely. Which is a pretty nice play for them. It's like, I'm obviously holding up... Oh, they have a fetch land? Wait a minute. They found a fetch land, but it just chose... Okay, they like everything besides one card, basically. They shuffled away one card. Which is really bad for me. That means their hand is stacked. I assume they have Veil of Summer. They certainly have Uro, we already know about that. And they have Minsk and Boo, so I'm probably gonna get Minsk Boo plus... Okay, no land. Yeah. Probably gonna get Minsk Boo plus Veil of Summer. Yeah, it looks like a Veil of Summer. Yep. I needed a Ragavan turn 1 or something like that. Maybe cutting the shadow was just wrong. Maybe that was wrong. Treasure Cruise. Yeah. Maybe you need to play Treasure Cruise. And I love this format though. Like, this is the type of deck I really like playing. Sort of like this aggro control, super low to the ground, lots of low decisions. Yeah. My Unholy Heat is not online. But my Drawn is not online either against an Uro, I guess, so... Shit. Yeah. No, the Uro out of the sideboard here. Like, Uro is a card that my deck can barely beat. Yeah. Pretty rough. And shutting off the Drawn is pretty rough as well. Like, this is just absolute nightmare scenario. I cannot win in this format, huh? Everybody's beating me. Yeah. I can luck into hitting a Bauble or a creature. Yeah. Not the best odds. I would have hit, of course. I didn't know that. I could also I would have hit if I'd done it enough turn. I could have bottomed. Man, this is tough. I don't know what to do here. How to get the best chance of winning this game. Just trying to Unholy Heat this and hoping for the best. Or do I like dash Ragavan? They block, then I heat. And then what? Then I don't even have Counterspell up. Yeah. I'll just pack this one up if I don't hit a creature here. Yeah, I didn't. Alright. GG. Weird game. Weird game. Certainly would have won if I had a turn 1 Ragavan or whatever. I didn't, though, and I lost. Yeah, what did I learn from this game? Drawn in a Loch was kind of weak, maybe. I had too much disruption, not enough draw. A couple of treasure cruises, maybe. Just a weird game. Just a weird game. Losing to this card that I wasn't prepared for at all sucks. And yeah, that's just how it can happen sometimes, especially against this deck. Ura's very nice as a sideboard card, because you are not bringing in graveyard hate against this deck. That's just not what you're gonna do. And then randomly it just gets you. And it's very good against Drawn in a Loch as well, which is super rough. So maybe Drawn in a Loch, I'm maybe a bit too hyped on that card. I don't know. Alright. I would definitely like to play first. Alright, this sounds reasonable. And as you can tell, I added Treasure Cruise. Yeah, more on that later. I guess I'm gonna go Flooded Strand, Demons. Flooded Strand is the weakest of your fetches. All the other fetches fetch everything. Flooded Strand doesn't. I'm gonna get Demons. And this is because I want to Brainstorm and then fetch. So I want to have a blue-red duel here instead of a Blood Crypt. Monastery Swift Spear, okay. So you're dealing me damage, you say, huh? That's nice of you, actually. All right. Where do I start? I'm probably gonna go Heat Thoughtseize this turn. It's nice to get both instant and sorcery into the graveyard. I'm playing as Blackleaf because Swift Spear Lurrus. What am I up against? I'm not sure how much damage I should deal myself, but I'm gonna deal myself a bit more damage. I'm gonna go to 11. I think that's gonna be okay. Steamance is not what I want. Alright, it's just regular burn, but playing black, red. Okay, well, the Bloodstained Mire here in my hand is gonna get a swamp, I can tell you that much. Alright, it's burn with a bunch of colors. So they're splashing for various Boros charms or whatever. Vortex. Interesting. That's what you play in the main deck, huh? I'm just gonna take the lightning bolt, I think. Doesn't really stop anything I'm doing. Yeah, just kill this and then hope to hit a creature or an artifact. Do I want a lightning bolt? Lurrus. That's what I play the red and white for, I guess. I don't think so. I'm looking for Shadow. That's my best card. And I also want to fill up the graveyard for Cruise. Okay. Maybe I should have gotten Watery Grave here, because I have multiple blue cards. This was maybe a punt. And this is the small things, right? You have to be very careful about those. It's like, now I can't go 2 blue cards without shocking myself. Yep. That was a mistake, actually, huh? I had all this lined up already. I could have figured this out. I could have just planned a little bit further ahead and gotten a Watery Grave here. And these are the small margins you have to get right in this format. Alright. I guess I'm just gonna Brainstorm then. No. I do want threats, but I also want creatures in my grave. There's a threat I want. Yeah, nice. Alright. Double Treasure Cruise a bit much. So I'm gonna shuffle one away. Maybe like this. One has a skewer. Yeah. I mean, Bloodstained Mire is clearly better than Flooded Strand, so let's not keep that. This seems good. I can do it like this. Play Shadow, play Bloodstained. And attack for free. Alright, so gotta be careful here how to play this, but I mean, they're dead in 2 turns, so they gotta kill me in 2 turns. They gotta kill me, like, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, right? Like, it's gonna be difficult. Soul Scarmage, sure. So I have to think about now, how big do I want to make this Shadow? I mean, I can't kill them anyways, so I'm just gonna get a tapped Watery Grave. Yeah. Shuffle this away anyways. Tap Watery Grave, it is. And go to 8. Ragavan. So I could leave like creature, land in my graveyard, right? And then I just need an instant of the sorcery I'm gonna get through the cruise, so I just need like a Bauble to grow this again. But I think cruising is better than iteration here. Man, this might be, yeah. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna use the Steam Vents for that, yeah. Alright, let's leave creature and land. We're cruising, Alright, pay 1, yep, it's already in the mana pool. And surveil. So they have priority because they have that thing. So then that doesn't need... Okay, there's an instant, which makes my channel a bigger. But I might also want to draw that. I'm gonna draw it. Oh my gosh. The rope is getting me, man. These turns are so complicated. So if I attack here, kill this thing, they go to very low, and then they have, I'm at 7. Huh. If they attack just with this, they go to 12, 6, 8, 9, 12. Ah, man, this is tough. Not entirely sure how I'm supposed to play this. Maybe I made a mistake here. Like, the rope is getting me. These turns are very complicated, and you don't have many of them, right? So, like in this format, especially with a deck like mine, I think the rope maybe should be slowed down. Like, because the turns are so complex early on when you don't have rope yet. It's... Right? Okay, we got him. Whew! I mean, we would have died to some combinations of things. They would have died to, like, bolt, I guess. Or Boros Charm. Is Boros Charm legal? I don't know, actually. Maybe it's not. Boros Charm, and then 3 more. And then 1 more. But yeah, everything else, like a Swift Spear plus a Bolt. It was tough for them to win that. Okay. Well, crews look good, that's for sure. Bowmasters looks pretty bad here. Yeah, I cut the Croxa because like Croxa seems very expensive for what I want to try and do here. Not that Croxa is a bad card, but maybe the deck wants to be a bit more efficient. And that's why, like, and it's also a non-bow with the crews, of course. So Thoughtseize is on the chopping block. What do I like? I mean, I don't have any life gain card. So I guess just Spell Pierces and Drawn at a Loch. Maybe. Kolaghan's Command? No. Stern Scolding? Maybe. They probably run Eidolon. Stern Scolding definitely better on the play. Yeah. 59. Like all the cheap removal, card draw is fine. Demonic Tutor. Not sure what I'm Demonic Tutoring for. Thoughtseize enables my shadow, but I think that really doesn't need any enabling. Pithing Needle on what? They have Lurrus, technically speaking. Hers is a bit non-bow with Drawn to the Loch. Just gonna play a Bowmaster maybe. Play Demonic Tutor and fetch what? Shadow. Counter spell. Just play a Thoughtseize. Not sure. Haven't played this type of matchup in a while. Like with Shadow against Burn, you just it's a weird matchup in any format. It's like super weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Considering that these two guys will be very big very soon. How do I play this? Okay, so I can deal myself 5 damage, then that would put me to 14, and my opponent will probably deal me a little bit more as well. So maybe I'll just leave that Swift Spear around, play Ragavan, and then double Shadow. Next turn, likely. Not super sure if that's the right move. Like, you could also make an argument for... Okay, to kill it, sure. 4 cards in hand. Going to 15 now. So my heat is a bit of a... what do I do here? Do I already play Shadows? Kind of funny. If I play both, they might be able to kill both. But at that point, am I happy with that? I don't think I am, because I don't want them to kill my Shadows and like deal me free with this. Like they would go down low on cards, but it would still deal some damage, and if they have like enough burn. So I think I'm just playing 1 card and then keep up the heat and try to kill the Swift Spear. And the question is, do I play Ragavan or Shadow? I think I might just play Shadow here. Just Watery Grave. Play Shadow. Okay, looks like they don't have a removal here. So I might just kill this now. Alright, fine. Sort of a little arena thing, so you just tell when your opponent doesn't have an instant. So now they're sort of like playing this weird game now, where they can either go for face, yeah, they just go for the Shadow, okay. Mishra's Bauble. 3 cards in hand. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna play it slow. I guess I'm gonna Bauble first. Could Bauble myself. I don't like that. I'm just gonna Bauble them. Bump in the night. That's the black you're playing. I'm gonna play Ragavan, Shadow, and land. And then pass. Alright. Tricky situation, I would think. But maybe they just kill me. And like, even if my Shadow grows into like a 12-12, it's just 14 damage. So like... Okay. You got it. I mean, they need to deal me 3 more. So they don't have a land, so they might have enough more burn. Okay. I'm just gonna start with Brainstorm, I guess. They might have Bowmasters. Ooh, Bowmaster would be so sick here. Do I just attack first? There's no way I'm shocking or dealing myself any damage, I think. Like, not any major damage. I could deal 1 more. Like, this is plenty. Right? What did I exile? A land? Boah, do they play Bowmasters? Nah, I don't think so. I think they would have Bowmasters this Ragavan by now. Okay. So I have a treasure to make blue. I guess I'll just put these 2 back. Do I play a land? I don't need to. Theoretically. I have another Brainstorm coming. I guess not. Helix my face. I shall not let that resolve. Right. They go to 11. I don't like that. Maybe I should have played the land. I like this gameplay. I like this. Alright. Just get a Watery Grave here. And it's not lethal quite yet. I just concede. Okay, yeah, I mean, I would have made it lethal, probably going down to 7 with the second fetch. These turns are complicated. I'm sorry for the slow play, but like, seriously, crazy stuff. Also with the rope thing, I mean, I'm wondering how this is gonna play out because, like, for example, in Legacy or whatever, like, turns are so much more complicated than in any other format, especially the early ones. So it's normal that people take time to think about things a little bit. I mean, I'm not the fastest player in the world ever anyways. I guess that, you know, you can put that against me and say, like, just play faster. But, like, it is really complicated. And, like, on Magic Online or even in paper, I think people are respectful enough to, like, oh, yeah, you're making a Brainstorm decision and you know what lands do you fetch and so on. Like, to not rush it. Like, to say, like, okay, yeah, take a little bit of time because we're only playing 5 turns each anyways, each game, because it's going to be over after that, right? In most cases. So take your time on the turns. And here, it's like, oh, no, you gotta rush. You gotta think fast. Just like it would be in Standard or whatever. So it's maybe something they should look into fixing. But it's very premature and preliminary to say that, I guess. It's just something that crosses my mind. All right, guys, let's play one more match with this baby. Alright, what do we have here? An interesting hand. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, double Steam Vents is awkward, isn't it? I'm gonna keep it though. Maybe I can brainstorm away one Steam Vents and like fetch and stuff. Blackleaf Cliffs. Hmm. Let's see what you're working with. Oh, Lily. Okay, some sort of Junt midrange, black-red midrange. Ugh. Painful. Wow. Did not think about that. Huh, I should have Unholy Heated then. That's crazy. So a reason to not a reason to bubble right away is the Bowmaster, which is not something I had on my mind at all. That's a good lesson to learn. Yeah, I guess this sort of play like, oh, I play around a discard spell runs right into the Bowmaster, which is yeah, Bowmaster is, especially if they haven't cast a discard spell on turn 1. I should have much more play around the Bowmaster, which yeah. And interestingly enough, if they start with Blackleaf Cliffs, might even be reasonable to just my opponent roping out here. It might even be reasonable to not play your Channeler, right? Because, oh, you're playing against a black deck. So you could wait until you have Delirium with the Channeler. It's not unreasonable. Okay, so 5 cards in hand. I guess I'm just going to Thoughtseize. My opponent might be disconnected. Oh, it's Junt. But it doesn't have green yet. Fable and Lily. Jeez. I guess I take the Fable. So I have 3 types, yeah. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Brainstorm not looking too hard against all these Bowmasters, that's for sure. So I guess they're just gonna play Goyf here. Man, these. Oh wow, they got the Tutor's Proving Ground. They're just gonna go for Bowmasters? Interesting. Sucks for me. Okay. Was hoping they go for Goyf so I can kill the Bowmaster and then Heat. Yeah, that's fine. So this is a 3/3, but it will be killed by Lily. They will deal me 5. I guess I can Heat the Orc. Go to 7. They play Goyf. It's a 6/7. Yikes! I'm in a pickle, and it's like I this game's so done. Oh man, these Brainstorms are dead. They have double Bowmaster. They have a 6/7 Goyf. Call an ambulance, please. Jesus. Getting wrecked here. What am I needing? What I need to draw a Bowmaster, I guess. Bowmaster off the top is the best draw I have at this point. So I killed a 3/3. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Bowmaster's off the top. Yeah, it's the best draw I have. Maybe you just have to play 4 Bowmasters because otherwise you can't win the Bowmaster mirror matches. I think I have to kill the 3/3. The Goyf is a 6/7 anyways. How's the Goyf a 6/7 already? Jesus. Lord, it's an enchantment in the graveyard over there. That's why. And a Bauble in mine. And then it could become a 7/8 with Lily. Fatal Push. Been constantly losing to Goyf in like the games I've played so far. Okay, yeah, nice. Deal 6 to myself. Awesome. Yeah, I needed to draw Bowmaster there. Without a Bowmaster, I cannot ever win this game. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Yikes. Are there any good answers to Bowmaster? Stern Scolding is decent. Doesn't deal with Tarmogoyf though. And Bowmaster is itself the best answer to Bowmaster, isn't it? I'm gonna cut the lightning bolts. They're probably gonna be not that great here. Kolaghan's command comes in. Spell Pierce maybe out. I mean, lightning bolt at least kills the Bowmaster, I guess. So seems rather important to kill that. And Brainstorm. Brainstorm a bit of a liability against the little Bowmaster. Maybe Ragavan is just out. I mean, on the play, Ragavan seems fine. Let's trim one. Let's trim also one Brainstorm. And then maybe Molten Collapse. I'm thinking about round 4. And Scolding, Lightning Bolt. Hearse. I mean, they probably played Deathrite Shaman. Yeah. Tarmogoyf. Hearse is pretty good against Tarmogoyf. I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult to keep that Tarmogoyf low, especially because my Graveyard is also a thing. Maybe Hearse is not that good against Tarmogoyf, actually. The more I think about it. Yeah, okay. Alright. Sort of going a little grindy here. Almost thinking about cutting more Ragavan. And I really don't randomly just play out your Dragon Rage Chandler. Like, that's a lesson from that game as well. If you play against a deck that starts with like Blackleaf Cliffs, don't need to hurry, you know? You just don't need to hurry. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm gonna... It's interesting. It's an interesting one, really. Just gonna put them away. Shadow, maybe? Yeah. It just seems a bit, you know, slow. Don't really know if I want to play the Chandler just like that, but with this hand, maybe I have to. It's like I'm not... Like I could just slow roll it forever, but no, about that. This could even be a matchup where you put yourself on the draw. It's like so grindy. Every little advantage matters. Although I do have Lurrus, so I have a pretty thick grindy card just available to myself every game. Take the Brainstorm of all things. Drawing another Chandler is not bueno. Just a Goyf here. Which just completely blanked me. Yeah. I hate this. I hate this game. I'm losing. I thought this deck was insane. I mean, jump mid-range, going a little bigger, having nice threats, bowmastering my 1-drops. I guess that's just a bad matchup, isn't it? And like my draw is just terrible. If I had an iteration and a blue land, things would be a lot more chill. I don't even know if I want to play these Bowmasters. I mean, don't do shit. It's like, it's so weird. Like, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're terrible. It's sort of been my experience so far with the Bowmaster in this format. Okay. Fable. Yeah, I figured. So it's like if you're not, yeah, you did a mistake there. Could have done me 1 more damage. Just play Lurrus and get the channeler back. Jump block the big guy. Yeah. Lurrus gonna die. Yep. No surprise there. Yeah, these draw effects. I'm starting to become skeptical on them. Like, if Bowmaster is such a thing. Oh, that's good. Is that a sorcery that I'm missing? Yeah, nice. I mean, I could play this first, but I think I want to play Bowmaster and kill the Ragavan. I think that's actually good. Right, because it gives me 2 scries and a new card. One has 2 cards. They might have a Bowmaster themselves. Also gives me Delirium right away, so if they're Bowmaster, they can't kill this. It just triggers both my channelers. I think I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, they don't have Bowmaster. They just have a kill spell. Yeah. Alright. I mean, Lurrus was a 2-for-1 here. Then you had to use 2 lightning bolts to deal with Lurrus, basically. So I just got 2 extra cards out of that. That's super sick in these grindy games. So it just makes me think, like, you do want to play Lurrus, you know? Like, what is the advantage? My opponent plays Liliana in their deck? Is that worth it? Probably not. I'm just gonna trade, yeah. Goyf is a nice one, but yeah, I mean, if I played Jund, I would probably play Jund with Lurrus, right? Okay, I mean, that deals with the Goyf. Oh, that's why you play green. That's why you don't play Lurrus, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think that card is good enough, though. I guess Minsk and Boo is another one you could play. Bloodbraid Elf, man. Jesus Christ, off the top. What a champ. What a champ. Ooh, wow, holy shit. That's insane, too. Okay. Wow, what a game. I love it. I love it. Go to 5, yes. Oh, I can get Lurrus back, imagine. Of course. Man, this game is nuts. Oh man. Oh man. No, Lurrus is better than Bloodbraid Elf, 100%. I mean, yeah, you can play Fable, but I think you have enough playables. Jesus Christ, though. This is insane. So they can't loot with the Fable at least, otherwise I get me some 1/1s. Okay. 1/1s, huh? I guess I shoot the Bloodbraid so I can block the 1/1 on the Blood Braid. Okay. Alright, Reclamation Sage, what the heck? Why did I bring that in? For like unlicensors, I guess? That's a big shadow. The big boy. That's a very big boy. I have options, huh? Let's start with Brainstorm, shall we? No. Okay, let's freaking go. I will put these two back on top. Alright. And then I'll probably play Bowmaster. And Shadow. I'm at 2 life, so I die to bolts. It's a bit of a downer, but I already used 2 bolts. Could attack the Lurrus to prevent me dying from bolt. I have double iteration on top of my deck. I mean, I'm not really losing a late game, right? So I guess I could do that. I'm so far ahead already. I have the biggest creature on the board. You know, I just don't want to die to bolts. It's a bit of a heinous play. If I would be at 4, I wouldn't do it. Because I'm at this low of a life total. I still have an 8-8, you know, like the free life, whatever. Sure. I like to keep that. This in hand, and this into exile. No. No. Yeah, I do it now because I don't want to get wrecked by Bowmaster and just... Okay, that's fine. This is too greedy. They have to jump, so they lose 1. It's definitely... It's good, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be okay. They have an Inquisition. If they draw cards, I can take my Channeler here, but still I'm winning. Oh wow, they do draw cards? Are you nuts? I guess they're just losing if they don't. Sure. Crazy game, man. These games are awesome. I'm loving this. And there's so much variety. Like, most decks are similar, to be fair. So, you know, like, everybody plays their Ragavans and so on. But still, there's still some variety. Like, I kind of like it. Man, Fable. They're really going a bit bigger than I am. Just wondering if I want something against the Fable, like Spell Pierce. They haven't played a Deathrite Shaman yet, which is surprising. Like, when you run Bloodbraid and Fable, you 100% run Deathrite Shaman. I mean, I gotta presume they have it. But Fable is a bit of an annoying card. Same with Bloodbraid. I mean, Thoughtseize deals with it. I guess I'm getting rid of all the Ragavans, maybe. Then playing some Spell Pierces. I could trim a land. I'm playing 19. Could maybe get away with 18 on the draw. Kind of want the Demonic Tutor for Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command was just so sick. Like, that's probably how games are gonna look like, right? Like, but at that point, you're paying 5 mana for Kolaghan's Command. That's pretty rough. But yeah, just having another high impact top deck seems kind of nice. I mean, can fetch me a Fatal Push if I need to kill a Goyf in a pinch or something like that. Maybe it's fine. Cut another Brainstorm. I don't know what to cut. Maybe a Bauble. When you don't know what to cut, just kick out the Bauble. Also not too sure about the Stern Scolding. I'm not sure. What's the best answer to Bowmaster? I wonder what you guys will write in the comments. Maybe just Bowmaster. The best answer to Bowmaster is Bowmaster. Thank you for asking. Oh, I love the gameplay in these. There's just such back and forth. Like, holy cow, they went Bloodbraid in a sort of top decking situation, and I beat them. It was just that was really a showcase of how incredibly good Lurrus is. Like, Lurrus ate up so many resources. And it's just a free card. And like, what's the downside? You know, I can't play Liliana or Fable or whatever. Who cares? I have enough insane cards. And I have Expressive Iteration too in GRIXIS, which is something that Jump doesn't have. And Expressive Iteration is just an absolute killer. No Death Rights. Restless Vents, a manland. Oof. I don't know about that. Like, I can see maybe the untapped manlands, like Hive or Den of the Bugbear, but a tapped manland in this format, I don't think that's gonna be playable. I don't think so. It's like, you have so many 1-drops, and if you're on the draw and your opponent goes Ragavan or whatever, and you just cannot play your Unholy Heat because of Restless Vents instead of like an untapped land, that's gonna be pretty bad for you. Decisions, huh? I could technically hide things. My hand is so broken though. I don't even know if I want to hide anything. Like, what am I worried about they take? Like, Expressive Iteration, I guess. But then I still have Brainstorm. Iteration is the best card in this hand. I could hide these two. Alright, fine. I'll bite. Yeah, I'm gonna hide these two. Doesn't really matter that much. Take the Bomi. Take the Bowmaster. Wait, what? Oh, they didn't make a land drop? What? They just didn't make a land drop, right? Yeah, they forgot. They missed the land drop, huh? Okay. Go with. What am I missing? Sorcery? Yeah. They missed a land drop. Take fetch into... No, wait a minute. So I want to Unholy Heat, so Blood Crypt here, right? Yeah. And then take the Thoughtseize. Yeah. I do have Stern Scolding. And I do have Shadow in my hand. Maybe this was a bit hasty. Maybe I should have left up the Stern Scolding, because I'm actually happy if they if they hit me. Yeah, this was a mistake. I should have just passed. Should have just played my fetch and pass. God damn it, you run Blood Moon, you son of a gun. Glad I have my one swamp, huh? Fable, the Mirror Breaker. It's probably the worst card. I mean, I could take a Fatal Push. I do have K command though. Man, Blood Moon, really? That's how you do me? Alright, I mean, I could have easily won this game if I played a bit better. I could have also just Thoughtseize again. Nah, I mean, Thoughtseizing is weird. No, I think Blood Moon really got me. I didn't think about that, and I wouldn't have played around it, to be honest, even if I could have played around it, though, which is interesting. Oh my god, I found something. What a badass. Okay. Limit, yeah. That's a really problematic card, too. Just kind of want to concede. Like, that was just brutal finding that. Oh, man. Rough. I can only cast one black spell a turn. Oh, yeah. Jesus. I'm getting a bit unlucky, huh? Blood mooning me, man. Tilt. Just frustrating. Frustrating stuff. But yeah, Blood Moon is a card. It's very powerful. It's very strong. Blah blah blah. You should probably have it on your mind. Blah blah blah. And yeah, when you can afford to play it, it's good, obviously. Against a deck like mine, although it's a bit slowish, somewhat slowish. I don't know. I mean, not really. I mean, I'm trying to resolve a 3-mana card that does nothing against. It's only like it's really bad if I already have a board position, right? That's always the issue with that card. Yeah, I need to draw a lightning bolt off the top, obviously. I guess I'm just gonna return Lurrus, which doesn't do me anything, but why not? And then I draw a lightning bolt off the top, which I don't have in my deck, right? Do I have lightning bolts? Channel. I mean, this game would have been winnable if they didn't have channel right away. That's just so crazy. Like anything else also would have been beatable. Ragavan, a shadow they couldn't have cast. It was literally just a channeler they could have hit there, right? Like an Expressive Iteration, okay, that would have been really good as well. Although they probably wouldn't have been able to cast that. Now I have 2 lethal threats as well, so I guess I'm dead. This deals me 2 damage. Stupid. Alright, well. Anyways, like, could have played this a little tighter perhaps, but losing against Blood Moon like that, sucks. But yeah, very good card, of course, in the format, and I'm soon enough gonna play decks that abuse it as well. This Junt deck looks good. You cannot play Blood Moon and Lurrus in the same deck, I guess, so that's something interesting. It's like, do you wanna play a super powerful random sideboard card, or do you want to play Lurrus? I think Lurrus is better, honestly. I think Lurrus is a lot better than all this stuff, but I maybe shouldn't judge because I'm losing, so judge for yourself. It's just my initial thoughts here. Alright, I think this deck is good. I got a little bit bad RNG here. Yeah, we lost to that Sneak and Show deck, which was a cool deck. Sneak in Order, I guess you call that. Sneak in Order. Sneaking Order. Alright. I would need more games to really decide how this deck should look forward, but I think the list is pretty alright. I think it's a pretty good starting ground, and like for you guys to get into this format. It is one of the more difficult decks to play, though. That's for sure. Like this is not an easy deck to get into because you have to really calculate a lot and with the shadows and all that. So it's much easier to play something like maybe this deck, like a regular Junt mid-range deck. All of these decks are going to be more exhausting than your regular Explorer red-black mid-range because there's just so many more tiny decision points. But yeah, it's definitely a bit easier to play a deck like this Junt deck. And Tarmogoyf has just impressed a lot. So yeah, I have so many ideas coming up. All right, guys, that's it for this one, though. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.